Okay, good morning, student. Uh, Now, last few lecture, we go with uh, some parallelism concept related with decomposition technique. So, we go with recursive decomposition, and then related with taking one some of the example like recursive decomposition, divide and conquer method. Uh, then quick sort. Also, we say that quick sort how the we are sorting with number will be a possible. Then finding out the minimum number of the array. That concept we learn. Then we go with the exploratory decomposition methods. We're taking also some of the example related with the exploratory decomposition, like um, 15 puzzles problems that will be a solves and how the we get the number of solution and ways of that one. Next is a, speculative decomposition. Is a one of the third or another method of decomposition which can be utilized in a uh, parallel computing, right? So, speculative decomposition is mostly concerned and used when a program maybe a take one of the many possible computationally significant branches depend upon the output of other computation that we have predicted it. So regarding that concept, uh, speculative decomposition is mostly used when there will be a possibility of number of outcomes and a number of computational significance or branches uh, will be appear during the getting the outputs. So that time we have to make number of set and utilization of that one. In this situation, while one task is performing the computational, whose output is used in a um, deciding the next computation. So what will be a the output of first one will be a decide the what will be a next computation about the execution. Other tasks can be a concurrently sort or starts the computation of the next stage, right? So it is a dependency. One task, next task will be depend upon the previous task. Depend upon that task, we go with the number of computation. So that type of decomposition method will be conclude as a speculative decomposition. So there are number of example related with speculative decompositions. So we're taking some of the examples. So evaluating one or more of the branches of a switch statement in a C in a parallel before the input for the switching it is available. It's like that. We know that whenever we're designing and writing a program related with C and which use the statement as a switch. So the condition will be a depend upon. So depend upon the first condition, the second condition will be either executed or not be executed. That dependency will be a depend upon the previous and first condition. So that condition says that it is related with the decomposition of speculative. In while one task is a performing the computation that will be a eventually resolve uh, the switch. Other task could pick up the multiple branches of switch in a parallel, right? We know that first branch is related with that one. Depend upon that number of other condition. Switch condition will be depend upon the first condition. When the input for the switch has finally been computed, the computational corresponding to the correct branches would be a use, uh, while that corresponding to the other branches would be a discard, right? So if any one of the condition will be a satisfied, remaining condition will be a discard. Same condition will be a present in a speculative decomposition. So whenever in an exam point of view, this question will be asking about the speculative decomposition. You explain that concept with the help of any one of the program which contains switch statement related that, and you can explain that in speculative decomposition, uh, whatever the next computation will be depend upon the previous computational. So it is a dependency related with this computation decomposition. and which consist in a speculative decomposition. So that program need to be explained, and the concept related with that one, right? So this is called as a speculative decomposition. So next is a hybrid decomposition. Is one of the important decomposition, which can be a, now we know that currently we use a number of things, and which use dependency of number of parameters. So hybrid decomposition is one of the decomposition technique can be combined together. So it combine number of decomposition method, different type of decomposition in a different stages. So depend upon the need of sorting or decomposition or parallelism, that time we can use that type of decomposition. So we say that all decomposition will be a combined in a hybrid decomposition. For example, while finding the minimum of large set of n number, hmm, purely recursive decomposition may be a result in a for a more task than the number of processing of p availables. Whatever the numbers are available, processor will be available, and efficient decomposition would be portion the input into p roughly equal part and have each task computing the minimum of the sequence assigned to it. So final result can be obtained by the finding the minimum of p intermediate result by using the recursive decomposition. So it is a combination. So just look out that 3, 7, 2, 9, 11, 4, 58, 7, 10, whatever concept. These are the decomposition. And next, we making a sorting by a recursive decomposition. So it is a combination of data decomposition and recursive decomposition. So hybrid decomposition is a combination of number of decomposition method which can be helped to make a parallel computation. So regarding that, whenever we start with the data decomposition methods, number of parameter will be considered in that one, right? So regarding that one, uh, just I covering that one. Speculative decomposition is mostly related with a next task will be depend upon the previous task. Or best example is a switch, and hybrid is a combination of number of decomposition. You can explain that concept with a that parameter, right? So data decomposition is one of the important methods related with the decomposition with multiple tasks. How they can be distributing the task, that parameter will be considered in a data decomposition. This technique of decomposition is again a general purpose. It divides the data into a program, program info parts, and then assign them to a instruction, or we say that task. The data decomposition can be considered in a matrix multiplication program. Let's say we have a two matrix, that is A and B, and their product is stored in a another matrix C. So we can say that two matrix will be considered A and B, and whatever the output of that matrix will be stored into a C matrix. So just look at that matrix A1, A2, A3, A4, matrix B, B1, B2, B3, B4, and matrix C. So that is the product of this A and B will be a C1, C2, C3, C4. So how C and C2 will be a work, and C3 will be work, that will be a need to be a considered. So by the decomposition, following task will be generated to get a product, that is A and B, and storing the new matrix in a C. So suppose task one. So this task one is a A1 into B1. Task two is a A2 into B3. Task three A3 into B2. Task 4 C4 is equal to A4 into B4. So both the tasks, म्हणजे task of whatever the parameter of matrix A and matter of the parameter of matrix of B, both all be utilized for a single task C1. So a single processor which can handle the both the matrix and which will be stored into that. So that work on the data composition, and this mostly used for the number of application in a your data processing. whatever parameter. So data decomposition is a general purpose part, and which can be used number of tasks, or which can be a whatever the information will be divided into a go to the number of instruction, how they can be executed. So this is a data decomposition. So whatever we learn about that parameter, so we go with a number of decomposition methods, that is a recursive data decomposition, exploratory, speculative, hybrid decomposition. These are the technique, and this is the most important question in an exam point of view. They ask most of the time the what are the decomposition methods of the parallelism. So that concept is related with hybrid and data decomposition. So that thing will be a clear related with the decomposition methods. So you can understand the parameter and study about that one. So it is a better way. In exam point of view, you have to at least explain to any method if they generally ask about the what is the decomposition method. So you can list out the all five and explain depend upon the question whatever they ask about. If they does not ask specific type of decomposition, so at least two decomposition method we have to explain with a exam. So that will be a parameter considered for the decompositions.